Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kayfabe Central podcast. Welcome back to Predict the Bell, the third edition of this in back to back days. We are here with our evolution predictions. I am your host, Josh. As always, joining me is Stu World Order.
Hello.
Rue not able to. Wow, my voice just gave up on me. Um, Rue not able to join us as well for this one because we're doing this back to back. We just finished the NXT Great American Bash predictions, and we are here with Evolution. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the notification bells here up to date with all the videos, podcasts, interviews. Subscribe to the Ko-Fi page. It's $5 minimum to subscribe to the exclusive wrestling content tier. Make sure you guys follow Stu World Order on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Didn't say Twitter this time. And yeah, go ahead and do all of that and show your support. So yeah, we have a 7 match card here. Um yeah, pretty decent looking card for Evolution. And damn, it really took them 7 years. Was it? Yeah, 7 years to do another
Yeah.
Evolution. Um so yeah, it's about time, honestly. And I think they should do these more often for the women. Because it's a really good chance to spotlight a lot of them. And like there's some people, especially in like the battle royal that we have, which I guess, why not? Let's go over that first. The battle royal that we have, there's going to be some people in here that like some fans may not be familiar with, and maybe someone will find a new favorite wrestler in the battle royal. And so like that's why I like battle royals. Battle royals are always fun to watch. Obviously, like a lot of people get thrown out within like the first 3 minutes. um so we have 6 people representing NXT in this battle royal. Now I am not smart, so I don't have the list in front of me. But from what I can remember, it's Izzy Dame, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, um, who else?
I have no idea, bro.
Um, I can't remember off the top of my head, but those are 3 of the 6 women that are representing NXT in the battle royal. Either way, I don't think anybody from NXT is winning the battle royal. Uh, for me, it comes down to 2 people to win this, and it's Stephanie Vaquer and Nia Jax. Now, I'm leaning more towards Stephanie Vaquer. Maybe she gets a match with um the winner of the Women's World Championship match. That could be a possibility. If Nia Jax wins, she could get a match. Maybe another one against Tiffy, unfortunately. Um,
Oh,
yeah. Unless like Naomi cashes in somewhere. Um, yeah. But I'm leaning more towards Stephanie Vaquer.
so I'm going to throw another name at you, and it's just as near Jax. So I have it down to two people as well. One again is Steph Care, who I think deserves it, needs it. It has to happen for her. She's come in with a great reputation. Obviously, has performed brilliantly since she's come onto the main roster. Hasn't quite had the big matches go away yet. Uh, and so to me, this is a no-brainer that she should win. However, there's just the Nikki Bella of it all that I can't quite get out of my head. Obviously, it was supposed to be a program with Liv Morgan. That's now not happening, obviously. And I just have a horrible feeling they're going to give her this instead. And it pains me. So, yeah, obviously Nikki Bella takes credit for the whole women's revolution. We're just gonna gloss over that one. But yeah, I just have a horrible feeling they're gonna give this win to Nikki Bella, and it's gonna make me sad in my heart.
Yeah, that was the other name I was going to bring up as well. And it completely slipped my mind when I brought up the two. But yeah, they very well could give it to Nikki Bella. Um, from what I know, she's not advertised for Clash in Paris as of yet. That could
as
obviously
of yet.
change very easily. Um, because I know she's not on the poster. She is on the poster for I believe SummerSlam. Um, and other events as well. So yeah, it is possible they give it to Nikki Bella. I hope not. Like you said, I really hope they don't go in that direction. But yeah, it is very possible. I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to entertain the idea. I'm going to stick with the prediction of Stephanie Vaquer winning this. I think that would be the best option here. Obviously, people like Ivy Nile and any of the NXT women are not going to win this. Um, but yeah, Nikki Bella could, and it would be kind of unfortunate. And like, I would say it's not a knock against Nikki Bella, but I'm really not a fan of Nikki. Um,
No,
I
she's very
can,
old hat. That style of women's wrestling's done.
yeah. I can see them wanting to do a quote dream match with her and Rhea. Um, but yeah, it's not something I'd be interested in. And I think they could go with Stephanie here because Clash in Paris is after SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yes.
what I am thinking is, and this may rub some people the wrong way, but they could very well go this route because it's WWE. There's a possibility, and I might as well say my spoiler. Spoiler alert: I think Rhea's winning the title at this show. Um, I think that they could do Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam in a tag team, and which means Rhea Ripley would
Oh,
not defend the title at SummerSlam. They would do that in a tag team against. I have no clue. Um, I yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Judgment Day. Maybe I don't know. Um, but I can see them going the tag route, and then that sets up the match for Clash in Paris.
okay. I love the idea of Steph Kerr versus Rhea Ripley. What a match that'll be. That is that's WrestleMania match. That is.
Yeah,
So obviously, it's a shame that wouldn't happen at SummerSlam. Um, I can absolutely see that path being taken. Just whatever gets Stephanie Vaquero over the line in the Battle Royale. So I'm happy with them making any decisions for that. And there's no sense in giving it to Nikki Bella. It's not going to make for a great match afterwards. I don't think Nikki Bella against anyone is a dream match unless it's like Freddy Krueger style dreams. Again, no knock on Nikki Bella, but come on, man.
yeah,
We've got Trish Stratus already. Are we really going to keep doing this?
yeah. Um, yeah. It Nikki Bella just would not be the good route to go. And like I get the whole nostalgia thing, but like you said, that era of women's wrestling is non-existent anymore. And
Yeah.
unless she can keep up to par with the current day women's wrestling, which I don't have faith that she can, then this doesn't make sense for her to win. We
No,
might as well
no,
talk about
absolutely
this
not.
because we just mentioned it. Or did you have something else to add?
What I was going to say was I'm really looking forward to Jada Parker being in this, and I hope she's given a good bit of spotlight and a good bit of time to shine in this battle royale. Because to me, she is possibly the next breakout from NXT. I love her. I think she's brilliant. I think character work and wrestling wise, she's something a bit different to what we see all the time. And oh yeah, I hope she just gets a good bit of spotlight in this battle royale.
Yeah, 100%. I can definitely see like Fallon Henley and Jayne being thrown into this as well. They weren't part of the six that was announced. But I could see them being thrown into it. But yeah, I think this is a good spot for Jada Parker. Good spot for Izzy Dame as well for her to shine. And yeah, just a good spot for all of these NXT women that deserve it. And like this, somebody made a bold prediction, and I had to really think. And I came to the thought process that this could happen, and um, we'll get to it. Actually, we might as well move on to it. With the women's tag
Do
team
it.
championship match, um, which is the fatal four way between Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, who are the champions, defending against the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane from Raw versus SmackDown's Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Ruca, Ruca, and Zaria from NXT. I was thinking that Ruca could do so good in this match that after she loses the title to Zaria at some point, she gets called up to the main roster this year.
Absolute possibility. She, to me, is next in line. It's between her and Jada Parker. I think if you're talking about people who are next in line for a main roster call up from the women's division, probably her because she's got a bit more recognition. I think there's maybe a little bit more star power with her as well. As we mentioned on the previous podcast, she's got the one of the best finishes in the WWE.
Yeah.
Um, I think that all matches up very nicely.
Yeah.
Don't think personally they're going to win the match,
No.
but I think she's going to win our hearts.
I'm in agreement. I don't think Zaruca is going to win this. However, I don't think nor do I think the Kabuki Warriors are going to win this either. I am going to lean towards Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair taking the win here. I can see them going that route.
That's where I am. Yeah.
Um, it is a very high possibility that Raquel and Roxanne just retain. Because Roxanne is like this is her like proving moment. In this storyline where it's like, okay, you want to prove you can be a tag team champion with Raquel and the Judgment Day. Here's this match, and that's where this came about. Um, and they could just end up retaining and continue the dominance of the Judgment Day. But I am going to lean towards Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I think there's a lot of interesting elements that you can go to with these two holding the titles, and it gives them something different to do, right? Alexa Bliss hasn't been doing much. Charlotte Flair, when she's not in the world title picture, she's not doing much either. So I think putting the tag titles on them will actually be beneficial for them. And obviously, you get these two on the card. You need these two on the card. They were there at the start of the women's revolution. Um,
Mm.
and I think, yeah, putting the tag team titles on them would be a pretty good idea.
I absolutely agree. I think the stories are more interesting with Roxanne and Raquel losing and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss winning. I think both of those makes for an interesting story. Also, I've read recently that Charlotte Flair does really want to be a babyface. I think this is the more organic way to make her the babyface that she wants to be. Um, Also, do you not find dressed down Charlotte Flair is so much more likable than Flair clothing Charlotte Flair? I don't know why, but when she was wearing an Adidas trackie, when she came out, I think she attacked Tiffy as well with just like an oversized t-shirt and trousers on. For some reason, just instantly more likable. I don't know why that is, but yeah, I think it's going to afford itself to more interesting storylines with Flair and Alexa Bliss winning and what they then go on to do, and obviously then you've got some more angst in the Judgment Day with Raquel and the new member Roxanne Perez losing the titles. You got to start thinking about Raquel's going to be the kind of outsider with it all, which is going to be an interesting storyline in itself. Um, so yeah, I agree with you in the fact that I think Alexa and Charlotte Flair are going to go over here. I think the Kabuki Warriors were just kind of thrown together because we needed another tag team.
Yeah,
because there are not many in the women's division at the moment.
no. And obviously this wasn't their plan from the start. Um, I don't fully know what their plan was from the start because obviously we had Liv Morgan interrupt and attack Nikki Bella. If their plan was a singles match between Nikki and Liv instead of this, that wouldn't have been interesting. Maybe they planned on bringing Brie back for the Bella Twins versus the Judgment Day. Um, but yeah, I am perfectly fine with this being the replacement. Um, and I think that because we brought this up in the Great American Bash about the potential drift that's going to happen between Ruca and Zaria, I think one of them takes the pin here.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be Sol Ruca takes the pin because of Zaria somehow.
Mm. Yeah, I actually, yeah, I think,
Yeah,
yeah, it's more likely to be Ruca taking the pin.
I think this is the beginning of that split. Um, and then, sadly, to see the rest of that story, you're going to have to watch NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have both All In and NXT on at the same time. Um, so yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Um, let's move on to the triple threat match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship between Becky Lynch defending against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Um, this storyline has been okay. It's kind of just been going um all over the place recently. The way I see this going is Bayley and Lyra get in each other's way, and that costs them, and Becky retains.
That's literally as simple as it's going to be. It is exactly that. Bayley and Lyra are going to get in each other's way. Becky's going to take advantage and take the win, which is exactly as I think it should be. I don't think you can take that title off of Becky yet. I think she's been a damn good champion. She's just good. Becky Lynch is just good no matter what she does. I love the whole new gimmick of just crazy wanting to bury everyone. Becky Lynch, I love that for her because she's been accused of it so much in the past anyway. She's like, you know what, I'm just going to lean into that. And she does it so well. I really liked Lyra Valkyria while she was feuding with Becky. She'd found this kind of aggression from somewhere. Now it kind of feels like she's pretending to be aggressive still. It's it's gone weird with the three of them. I feel like the Bayley and Lyra Valkyria tension has really been forced. Bayley needs something new. Yeah, I think just for the sake of the Intercontinental title, it has to stay with Becky Lynch at the moment. Bayley needs to find something else for her character. I love Bayley. I think she's brilliant. I think she's so underrated. But I think just she's gone a bit generic babyface. So until she finds that, and until Lyra finds something else, I think the absolute best decision, and it will happen, is the title stays with Becky Lynch at the moment. Bring on the next challenger afterwards. I think we need to put an end to the whole triple rivalry here after that. I think we've kind of gone as far as we can with it. But yeah, Becky retains. I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree. I think this should be the end of it. Um, and there was at one point in time where I thought Bayley was taking that title off of Becky, but now I don't see that happening. And if she doesn't win the battle royal, I can see Stephanie Vaquer being the one to take the title off of Becky instead.
Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes.
Yeah. Um.
Again, what a good match! What a great match that'll be. Becky Lynch
Yeah.
versus Steph Care.
Yeah. 100% agree. Um. So another match where it should be the end of the feud, but probably won't be, is the no holds barred match between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Um, I think Jade Cargill picks up the win here. It makes sense for her to win this match. Um, she just won Queen of the Ring, and this gives her momentum going into SummerSlam. Um, yeah, this is probably going to continue a because Naomi still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. There's going to be a cash in at some point, probably SummerSlam, in Jade Cargill's match. So this feud is going to continue, no doubt. Um, Yeah, I think Jade Cargill is going to and should win this one.
100% agree on everything you said, apart from one thing, but I don't want to say that yet. But yeah, no, Jade Cargill has to win this match. Naomi doesn't need it. She's got the briefcase. She's phenomenal, and everybody loves her. Well, loves to hate her anyway. Jade Cargill, as you say, has just come off King of the Ring. He needs to keep that momentum going, and perfect win for her. Evolution. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the most predictable matches on the card. Jade Cargill goes over. As I say, Naomi doesn't need it at the moment, so it makes absolute sense for Jade Cargill to win this one.
Yeah. Um yeah, and it's probably not going to be the last match between these two either. Um
Oh God, no.
so yeah, a no holds barred match should be the end of a feud, but in this case it's not going to be because of the situation. But yeah, so we're both in agreement with Jade Cargill. There's nothing else to really say about this match. It's a no holds barred match, and the outcome is pretty predictable. Um,
Yeah,
Another match
there's going to
that's
be some good wreckage though.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Another match that's pretty predictable is the WWE Women's Championship match between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. Um, there's no chance in hell Trish Stratus wins this. I don't think she does. Um, and even if she does, I think that's just a lead to a cash in happening either that same night or the SmackDown after. But I don't think Tiffany Stratton is dropping into Trish Stratus.
Agreed. It'll be just it'll be typical of the booking of Tiffany Stratton if Trish Stratus won this match. She's been, let's be honest, booked pretty terribly as champion. It's been Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, and then 17 Tiffany Strattons versus Nia Jax since she won the title. She never quite got out of the shadow of Nia Jax. I think Tiffany wins. I think Naomi cashes in there and then.
Oh wow, you think she
And
catches in
I
that
think
evolution?
I do. And this is why I also think then Jade Cargill will be fighting Naomi at SummerSlam. This is why I completely agree when you say it's not the last time these guys are going to fight. They're going to fight again at SummerSlam for the title. I think Naomi cashes in. Again, it might be my own slightly fantastical view on life that I think, yeah, let's do it now. But I just don't see where else they can go with Tiffany. They've kind of booked her into a really crappy corner, and I think I like Tiffany. I like her as champion, but I just don't see what else they're going to do with her at the moment. So I think now kind of makes sense for them to cash in. To win our match against Trish Stratus, I don't know what happens, but something makes Naomi cash in tonight or on that night. Sorry. And then we've got a nice big build again between Jade Cargill and Naomi for SummerSlam.
See, the reason I was thinking it doesn't happen at Evolution is because of the no holds barred stipulation. I think Jade Cargill winning that takes Naomi out of the equation for that night.
Why do you always make so much sense? Damn you, Josh. You ruined my fantastical views. You
um,
could well be right. But yeah, I just want to see the cash-ins. I want to see cash-ins soon for both briefcases. I don't want them held for ages. So maybe it's just in my little head. I'm like, well, if we cash it in now, that'd be great, and then we can just move on because there's always the specter, and it's exciting for a while when somebody's holding a briefcase, but eventually, every time you're thinking about the winner of a match, you're taking into account, but so and so is going to be champion soon. So it just puts this like ticking clock, especially on Tiffy time. Tiffy time's running out very soon, and I kind of rather get over with so we can move on to the next phase. But you're probably right. Naomi's going to get smashed in a no holds barred thing and going to be wheeled out on some kind of journey.
yeah, I think Tiffy versus Trish is just for the sake of having a dream match between these two. Um, I think it should have happened at Elimination Chamber. And that's like part my analysis and part me being biased because I was at Elimination Chamber and I would have much rather saw Tiffany versus Trish at Elimination Chamber than the tag match that they had. Um, but
which was
yeah,
poor.
I think that this is just going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus, and Tiffany goes over.
Yeah, she can't not. It would just devalue her as a wrestler if she doesn't go over Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
And
and
you were at Elimination Chamber. You were there for the John Cena heel turn.
yeah, I
Blows
was,
my mind. What
I
a
got a
moment.
pretty I don't want to say viral, but semi-viral video on TikTok of my reaction to that turn. Um, yeah, so I was there for that, and yeah, if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out my TikTok. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll find my elimination chamber reactions. Um, honestly, they were pretty funny.
That's where I'm going after this.
So next we have the NXT Women's Championship match between Jacy Jayne and Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is winning this. Now, I don't I don't think that like if Jacy Jayne were to retain here, I can't see her winning the TNA title as well because that is what we have to take into consideration. This isn't just for the NXT Women's Championship. This is the winner of this goes on to TNA Slammiversary to face Masha Slamovich in a winner take all match. So the most logical thing would be for Jordynne Grace to win it all, for her to beat Jacy Jayne here and then beat Masha. Because if it's Jacy Jayne that retains here, I'm thinking Masha Slamovich beats Jacy at Slammiversary. And they haven't put much of an effort to have Masha on NXT television. So I am going to assume that they're not going that route. I'm going to assume that they're going the Jordynne Grace route.
Yeah. So I kind of had in my head yesterday Jacy Jayne was going to retain here. I have since changed my mind, mainly because of what you just said. I hate that they're taking the TNA titles away from TNA people. I don't like it. It's kind of flexing the big WWE muscles. We're going to be in partnership with you, but we are going to have our wrestlers have your titles. Um, I'm not a fan of that at all, especially when it's not happening the other way around.
Yeah.
But saying that, yeah, you can't really look beyond Jordynne Grace, especially for that reason. I think she deserves it. I think she'll be a brilliant women's champion as well. Jacy Jayne, I hated that she beat Steph Care. I don't hate the champion that she's been. I think she's actually been more entertaining than I thought she would be. I think she's played the role quite well. But yeah, I think she was definitely basically a placeholder for Jordynne Grace.
Yeah, I agree. And there's been so many times where Jordynne Grace should have won this title already, and I think it should just happen here.
Yeah. Unless
Um,
they want to play the storyline off as she can't win the big one.
yeah. Yeah, that is very true. I don't think so. They seem to like Jordynne Grace a lot. Um, and I think that they were waiting for Evolution to give her that big moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, so the main event, or what I am pretty sure is going to be the main event, is the Women's World Championship match between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I gave a little bit spoiler about my prediction earlier. I think Rhea Ripley wins the title here. Io has been doing nothing with this title at all, and I think it's time Rhea holds that title again. There was the thought that, maybe we get Io versus Asuka. Asuka had won Queen of the Ring, but obviously she didn't. And so I am thinking that what I said earlier, that Rhea Ripley wins here, and we get um we don't get her defending the title at SummerSlam. We get her and Stephanie in a tag match if Stephanie wins the Battle Royal, and then we get the Stephanie versus Rhea match at Clash in Paris.
Um, I absolutely agree that Rhea's going to win here. I said yesterday Io Sky, but I flip flopped since then, and I want Rhea to win. I really do. I think she will win. You're right. Io's done nothing with the title. She's great, an amazing wrestler, but they've put that title on her and they've done nothing with it. I mean, she hasn't defended it in how long? Like a long time.
Yeah.
Uh, um, so it's just going to be nice to see her defend it for a start. But she's going to go out like a warrior. She picked Rhea Ripley herself, so she's got all the credit in the world for doing that. So she's going to go out on her shield. But yeah, I think Rhea wins. I disagree with the fact that I think if she comes back from injury, we might finally get Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam.
Oh, that was another. Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's possible she can return in the battle royal as well and win the battle royal.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
That is actually a thought that I had in my head and I completely forgot until you just brought up her name.
Yeah, that could happen. I mean, I'd love to see when it didn't happen a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, when we seemed to pointlessly get Io Sky involved in that. I didn't know if that was always with one eye on. We got 2 days at SummerSlam, so let's just hold off on this one-on-one match until SummerSlam. So I've kind of always had that in my head, and the stars for that could align with Rhea Ripley beating Io Sky this time round, and then we get and even if Bianca Belair doesn't win at the Battle Royale, her returning and at least performing incredibly, I think puts her on the path for SummerSlam anyway. Yeah, I so that's my only difference. I think it'd be a shame. I understand your theory on her in a tag at SummerSlam, but I think it would be a 2 day SummerSlam needs a singles match with Rhea Ripley, and especially if we can get Bianca Belair back from injury, I think that's a great match to have at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I agree. And Stephanie could still win the battle royal because the match is for Clash in Paris and
Mm-hmm.
she just faces the winner of Rhea and
Exactly. Yeah.
Bianca.
Again, no a great match. Whoever she
Yeah.
fights out of them two. Yeah, that's my kind of logical way we were going with that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Evolution. Let me know what you guys think about Evolution. It's a pretty solid card. Um Obviously this isn't going toe to toe with anything. This is happening on this Sunday. So yeah, this should be good just on its own. And yeah, some pretty good talent here and especially in the Battle Royal, a lot of women there are getting the shine that they deserve. And yeah, so yeah, let me know what you guys think of Evolution. And yeah, I am like losing my train of thought. Jesus. I was gonna say so, I was gonna bring up another point. I was gonna bring up another point, and then it completely slipped my mind. So I am going to wrap up the podcast here and just probably
We've done
take a
two
nap.
podcasts in a row, man. It's okay. We're punched
Yeah, we're doing back to
drunk.
back. Did a podcast yesterday of All In. Give cut me some slack, guys. But I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know if I'm gonna mix the Saturday night's main event predictions with the headlines of the week yet. I will figure that out and I'll talk to Stu and Rue about it. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the videos, podcasts, and interviews that come to the channel. Subscribe to the Ko-Fi page. It's $5 minimum to subscribe to the exclusive wrestling content tier. Go check out Stu World Order on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. He's got some great content over there. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.